You are live, my friend.
Hi, I'm John Spina, Director of Instruction here at the Philadelphia Cricket Club. Thank you for watching my par 5 special, where we're going to go over our 2 par 5s here at the Wissahickon golf course. I want to first thank the members for all the great notes and emails on thanking me for the videos that we've done up to here. These videos are designed to help you hopefully get 1 or 2 quick tips, help you enjoy your game of golf when you're out there. So I hope this video helps you. I'm going to try to give you a little strategy, maybe a couple tips on playing some different shots, and also want to thank Reed for doing all these videos and helping us out to put these together. So I hope you enjoy, and I hope this helps you lower your scores.
You're live.
So here we are on our first par 5 here, the 7th hole. I'm standing on the 2 tees, which is 514 yards. You can see Reed's panning down the fairway. It just looks awesome right now. It's early morning. You can see everything's shaped great. They've done a great job really shaping with the details of the rough, the fairway, the bunkering, and obviously you can see up there the great hazard, which you have to deal with on your second shot. So here on this tee right now, I think the biggest thing, a couple tips I want to give you on the tee, you're at the 7th hole of your game. If you're not swinging well at this point, you may want to think about hitting a 3-wood, because chances of getting home here are very slim for most of the golfers. So hitting a 3-wood premium right now is putting the golf ball in position. Position's obviously in the fairway and allowing you to at least have a chance then to get your second shot over the great hazard if you hit it far enough with the 3-wood. So no matter what tees you play, the back tees, the 2, the ladies, whatever tees you're playing, at this point in your round, if you're not hitting it well, we got to get the ball in position where that second shot's really going to be tough to do to get over the great hazard. Second tip I got to give you is, whatever your shot pattern is, whether it be a fade or a draw, getting on the correct side of the tee box is important. Draw players play from the left side of the tee box, so you should tee up on the left, aim slightly to the right and draw it in, and fade players play on the right side of the tee box. So knowing where you tee it off and playing into your shot pattern is a real important feature in trying to get the ball in position. Now, one of the things here is, when I tee the ball up, I want to make sure, and if I can get you to come on over, Reed, so you're on the side, one of the things I like to see is the players, when you get your alignment on the tees, you should be picking a spot out about 6 inches to a foot in front of the ball. That's your intermediate target. One of the mistakes I see is a player will come up to the ball, they have their spot too far out, and they're not able to get aligned correctly. So Jack Nicklaus, Tiger Woods, they do the same type of thing. What they'll do is they'll draw a line back to the ball from where they want to hit it, pick a spot at about 6 inches to a foot, aim your club face at that spot first with your feet together, then spread your feet out and try to create parallel lines to that spot. That's the best way to get your alignment. Intermediate target, and then spread your feet out in accordance where your club face is. One thing is you can do that on every shot that you play. So that's just not off the tee, but it's on every shot getting your intermediate target. Now, with a driver also, once you get your setup and your alignment, one of the things to help us to hit the ball correctly is you want to make sure that your swing center, which is right here, your sternum, my buttons, is tilted slightly behind the ball. That's going to allow us to hit up on the ball. Whenever I see players, sometimes they don't understand in that when they're popping the ball up, your angle of attack is getting steep on the ball. It's not that you're getting under it, it's that you're hitting down on it. In order to change that angle of attack, you have to have an angle at which you're tilted behind and you're allowing the arc to be on more of an ascending arc rather than a descending. So in order to do that, once you set up, you've got to be slightly tilted. Also with the driver, and this is real important, in order to create more speed, it's not how hard you swing, it's allowing the arms and the body the less tension so that you can allow the club then to swing through with speed, the arms to release and the body to release. What we see is, and I get this question all the time, why do I hit it so much better when I swing easier? It's because you have lack of tension in your arms and your body. So one of the things you see with a lot of tour players is once they set up, they get their tilt, you'll see them waggling when they're setting up because they're trying to release the tension in their arms and their body. You never want to go completely static when you set up. because what that does is it starts to create tension, and you're not going to allow for a free-flowing swing when you swing. So here I am. I typically hit a draw. I'm going to aim down the right center of the fairway. I'm going to try and make a smooth swing. Again, if I hit a decent shot, I'll be able to get my second shot over the great hazard. So I get my alignment, I got my spot. From here, I'm going to waggle, allow the club to relax, and then fire away. Okay, I hit a good one, it's down the right center. It's going to roll. Remember, this particular hole, the fairway slopes right to left, so you always want to favor the right side of the fairway, which is going to allow you to get it in position for your second shot. Okay, so here we are on a second shot. Reed, you got the camera pointed. I'm in the fairway right now, but what I want to talk about is, obviously, I hit a good one, but what happens if you don't hit a good one? And this is really where the strategy and what you need to think about when you're out here. Number one, if you're in a position where the lie is absolutely horrendous, then there's a no-brainer. You should take a lofted club, you should pitch down to the end of the fairway, and then knock it over in 3 instead of try to do it in 2. All right, so that's a no-brainer. You get into a bad lie, get into a bunker where it's a bad lie, get into the rough or behind a tree, gotta lay up. I mean, that's an obvious thing, but what happens is I think so many players, they try to do more with it than they should be trying to do. Second thing is, and it's just something to think about, is, Reed, if you can pan over, let's say you're out of position on the right here, and you can see, I've seen players do this, some of the seniors, the ladies, you can always play to the right of the great hazard. The right of the great hazard, you can see some trees there, you can punch it up if you don't feel like you got the carry to try to get it over it, and then try to strategize by then from there going to the left back into the fairway, if that's what you feel more comfortable. The third thing is, and this is what I want you to think about, is depending on what type of line, I'm going to drop a ball here, if the ball's sitting down just a little bit, but you think that you can get it over, what you've got to know, and I mentioned this in an earlier video, is what your carry distance is on your clubs. Now, one of the great clubs to get out of lies that are in the rough is your hybrid. And we talked about that in earlier videos. One thing I like to see, if you can move over, is in your hybrid type shots, play the ball like an iron. There's no reason why you can't play the ball like an iron, where you're playing the ball in the center of your stance. I see too many players trying to play it forward and trying to sweep it. If I play it in the center, and what I try to do from here is I'm trying to hit down and taking a divot on the shot. All right. Another thing is, when I'm in the rough, just to get more control out of the club, grip down a ½ an inch to an inch. Right from there, you get a little more control. So I'm on a little bit of a downhill lie, but I feel like if I hit this, I can get it over my carry distance. So if you're playing a hybrid in the rough, play it in the middle, hit down, and take a divot, and then the ball can shoot up over it. Just remember, when you're in this position right now, you've got to know your carry distance, know what club can carry over the great hazard comfortably, right? And if you're not in a real good position where it's not a high percentage shot, you're better off just popping it down to the end of the fairway and then playing your next shot over. Nothing good's going to happen, obviously, if you don't get it over. So play it strategically smart by knowing your shots, knowing your clubs, and knowing how you carry the ball over this hazard.